What's up, everybody watching this video? It is I, Jason, owner of R12 Fitness. I created this video to really talk about some things a lot of people need to hear, and I'm here to awaken a lot of people that are still asleep, people that need to gain their power and strength again, self-control, self-confidence, everything, okay? So today's video, we're gonna talk about the word failure. One thing I'm gonna express is the simple fact that the word failure does not fucking exist. Wipe that out of your head. Don't think of failure, okay? Failure is only when you quit. Now, shortcomings, we can all say that we all fall short, right? We all fall short. You set a goal, you set some type of expectation, and you don't meet it. You fall short. That's normal, that's natural, that's life. Failing is something totally different. I said that to say this. One area that people need to fully understand why they have shortcomings and why they feel like they failed when a person sets a goal, right? And they don't accomplish that, or they come up with excuses for themselves, or they doubt themselves, or they believe that they can't do something, or etc., or they just quit, which is failing, right? The reason behind that is more than likely something that has to do with your past. You are the person you are today based on how you view, okay, your past, the things you've been through, your experiences. So if you have any type of trauma, grief, fears, regret, all these things are things that are going to carry on in life that you're not going to be able to move forward because you're afraid of something, right? You have fear, the fear of failure, of quitting, really. Because if you fail at something, let's say you set an expectation and you don't meet it, but you still learn from the situation. You learned that, okay, you know what? I had a shortcoming because, I didn't wake up early enough, or I didn't properly plan. So you learn that you need to work on time management. That's it. You didn't fail. You learned a life lesson, which is normal. Now, as long as you get your ass up and you try it again, there's no such thing as failure. I don't care how many times you have to keep trying before you get stronger, you get wiser, you get more used to doing something, you get better and better. It's impossible to get worse at something that you do on a consistent basis. That's just it. That's science, right? Another thing that we're going to talk about is the simple fact that now when I named all these things like trauma, grief, if you were abused in your past, all these things, right? One thing that we must understand is the simple fact that emotions are the end product of past experiences. So a lot of times when we become emotional, a lot of times that stems from our past. And if you haven't come into terms with your emotions, they will control you. Hence, people saying that they are emotional eaters. People can't control their anger. I'm one of those people. I'm still working on it. God's still working on me, right? But the difference is that I'm conscious and I'm aware on why I have anger issues from my past. I was in foster care. I grew up getting bullied, name calling, stuff like that. But now I'm over that shit. That shit ain't gonna control my goddamn life. I don't know about y'all, but this is what I'm talking about. So if you want to be free, spiritually free, right? Free yourself. There are a lot of things that you can do. One thing that I'm gonna definitely suggest is figuring out your state of being, the state that you want to be in. Now, if you consider what is a state, right? California, the state that I live in, right? And the state that you probably live in, some of y'all watching this video, I'm not sure where everybody else is from, but California is a state, which makes it a place. Now, the question I have for you is, what state of mind are you in right now? Okay? When you set a goal, what state of mind are you in? Are you the type of person to say, oh, I can't? Or do you worry, or you have fears and all this other stuff? And then if that's the case, then your mind isn't in the right state in order to align yourself with some form of success. So the question is, how can I get the right state of mind in everything that I do? Your emotions, they're literally the end product of your past experiences. Okay, so we have to relearn how to handle our emotion, how to talk about things that we don't want to talk about, how to look at things that are hurtful. Because think about it, right? You've already been through that. Why are you still allowing it to have power over you? Okay, you're still alive. You're past that shit now. It should not be a problem talking about it, expressing it. Okay, so what if it makes you cry? Your tears are attached to pain. If you don't let that shit out, you're going to keep it bottled in and you're going to release it in a negative way. So crying is not a bad thing. Feeling hurt is not a bad thing. Okay, all that shit is temporary. But if you don't look at your past and overcome that shit and try to move forward and recreate yourself, redefine yourself, your emotions and your past will control you for the rest of your goddamn life. And the reason being is because the first step to freeing yourself is you have to look at everything that you've been through, and you have to figure out, how am I going to view this now? How am I going to change the way that it appears to me, or the way I've been looking at it, especially if it's in a negative light. And I would say that you have to also change the relationship that you have with yourself, because the relationship that you have with yourself is more along the lines of you being a warrior of yourself. Especially if you say that, okay, you know, the person that I am or the things that I have been through are now destroying things in my current life. I don't have healthy relationships because, you know, I'm still angry at my stepdad, or I'm still angry at my mama because she used to beat me, and she used to, whatever the case is. And then now you're carrying on that type of energy. That energy was passed down, and now you're treating, you know, women the same way. You have to change the relationship with yourself, and you have to change also what comes hand in hand with that is how you speak about yourself. So you can't be like, okay, I'm fat, if you want to be skinny. So if you want to lose weight, you're not going to be able to lose weight saying I'm fat, because in your mind, that's what you really believe. So you really believe you are something. Therefore, that's not going to change. If you say, oh, okay, I'm fat, you're fat. Just like if I say I am Jason, that's who I am. That's definite. Okay. If you say I'm fat, you're already identifying yourself of being something that you don't even want to be. So you need to say, okay, I am skinny, or I want to be skinny. You can't say stuff and try to say, oh, I didn't mean it like that, or I'm just joking, because you're not. That's what you really believe. I'm fat. When you are in the bathroom looking at yourself butt naked in the mirror, that's what your ass really believe. Oh, look at me, I'm fat, right? So we got to change that. We got to change how we view ourselves and how we speak about ourselves. Now, to all the people wanting to be healthy and wanting a better quality of life, all the people that want to lose weight, same process. You have to change the way you view food. A lot of people talking about, I love chicken. But what you don't realize is that you saying I love chicken now gives chicken the power over you. And also, when you say I love chicken, you're not realizing that if you really love chicken, you wouldn't eat it, because chicken is an animal. The chicken has to die in order to feed you. So if you really love that, you wouldn't consume it. You wouldn't devour it. Why? Because it has to die. So you don't love chicken. Let's keep that shit 100. We got to be more in tune with the person that we want to become. We have to be more in tune with the words we speak. We have to align everything with that which we want to become. So if you want to be skinny, if you want to be successful, you have to change the way you view yourself. That way you won't connect with your past and say, oh, you know what, I can't do that. No, that was that little boy in 8th grade who couldn't do that shit. You a lot older, okay? You're wiser. You done been through some shit. That counts for something. I mean, if life gave, or society gave you a degree based on your experiences, some of y'all would be doctors. Okay, in life, right? Y'all done graduated. Y'all know it. Y'all, come on, man. We surviving out here. We are very great people based on our experiences. You got through that shit. Now it's time to wake your ass up and get to work. That's just what it is. I know people talk about it a lot, but meditation is key. The type of meditation that I would recommend is nothing complicated. We're gonna keep this shit simple. When you meditate, you are just speaking things into existence, and you are acknowledging the things that you are, for sure, or the things that you want to become. You are saying it. Okay, I am this, I am that, I am going to, you get what I'm saying? If you wake up, if you want to have a good day, you need to start speaking about that shit early in the morning. When you wake up, you need to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to have a positive day today. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to drop a pound today. I don't care. I mean, whatever you speak, you're going to align yourself to that frequency. That's just how it works, man. This is science. Okay? We talking about frequency. If I want to listen to 94.1, I have to turn and tune that knob in order to get to that frequency. And once I'm on that frequency, I'm able to hear and listen to everything that this radio station wants to deliver to me, whether it's a message or some form of music, right? Once you align yourself, or once you tune yourself to the frequency of success, or you tune your frequency to the frequency of weight loss, or healthy lifestyle, or good husband, good wife, whatever the fuck that is. And the reason why I'm using profanity is only because I'm passionate. So don't judge me, okay? If you find value in this video, just, accept it for what it is, because that's what it is. This is all coming from a good place. So yeah, when you meditate, it's nothing crazy, it's nothing magical, it's nothing like that. When we talk about prayer, you're praying for something that's outside of your control. When you meditate, you're literally going within, speaking into existence the things that you need to do. Why? Because the Creator has already given you the tools. You just got to change the way you think. You just got to change the way you speak. You just got to change the way you feel. You get what I'm saying? You got to change your perception. You have to change your philosophy on life, your philosophy on relationships, your fucking philosophy on food. And it just upsets me because some of y'all defend food and you say you love it when the food don't love you. I lost my pops a couple years ago, and he always used to express how he loves sweet potato pies and all this shit. Now he dead, okay? That's just what it is. I love the man to death. I love my pops with all my heart, but we speaking truth, we speaking facts, okay? We surviving out here. Especially, I'm talking to anybody that can relate to this, especially minorities, because minorities have the end of the stick when it comes to our upbringing. So we got to change the cycle. And anybody of any other ethnicity, if you can relate to these words or this video, it's the same thing for you. We got to change the cycle. All right. Some of y'all giving y'all kids hamburgers and shit, French fries, chips every goddamn day. Life is about balance for all of us, for all life. So if you know that it's unhealthy and you're aware of that subconsciously, okay, it's time to wake your ass up and start thinking consciously. I'm not saying don't feed your kids none of that crap that we grew up eating, but you have to balance it. Maybe one day a week. Okay? Some of y'all complaining about how your kids are acting. The question that I always have for people like that is, what are you feeding them? What are they eating? They eating meats and eating snacks that causes hypertension and all this shit, or they're eating foods that you haven't researched for your child. You haven't looked up those ingredients yet. I understand you're not looking up ingredients for yourself, but what about your kids, your seeds? You gonna allow them to go down the same path that you did, or your grandma, or somebody else in your family? No, we gotta change that shit, okay? So we waking up. I've been doing this fitness stuff for, I forget, like almost 10 years, something like that. And I would say that spirituality has always been the number one thing that I knew would change people. It's not just the working out and the nutrition. In order for that to happen, you have to transform your mind before your body. Your body just happens to transform just because your mind has transformed. That's just it. So people say, I'm struggling, I can't this, I can't that. It's right motherfucking here. All right, I'm gonna keep it like that before I go off again. All right, everybody have a great day. I love everybody watching this video. I love everybody who's not watching this video. Share this information to as many people. Let's wake people up. All right, peace.